Again, this should pick up right in the middle of the, like, last time. So hopefully we get a nice little recap.
Previously on Alan Wake, I'm hunted by the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Are you seriously telling me that writer just took out my deputies?
A thriller I supposedly wrote is coming true. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I was told that Alice had been kidnapped, but that was a lie.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
Episode 4, The Truth.
Alan, shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice.
I don't trust that.
Hartman.
Oh,
I
Hartman.
fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you're lying.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
Well, that took a turn.
I felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus.
I feel like
There were
this
only empty
desk
sheets of
we've
paper
seen
here.
before
No manuscript pages.
in one of his, like, weird cutaway visions. Schneider, I'll actually talk about that later because that kind of ties into the sign off for the stream. So
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good.
I don't believe for a minute that this is a true twist in the story,
This corridor is
right?
for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course. I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together.
Like, his nose is bandaged, so
This
clearly
way,
I punched him. And that was at the police station, which validates the theory that Alice is missing, not dead. So, look at you with your fancy wooden elevator.
Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams.
That's very pretty.
Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
He knows an awful
It's all
lot,
in
too,
your
though.
head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
That is one of the best modeled Adirondack chairs I think I have ever seen in a video game. That's pretty outstanding. God, I mean, they set up in the beginning, they made it really easy for us to hate Hartman, which, you know, sets the stage for this sequence. But man, it is frustrating to have him making sense.
Cauldron Lake spread below us.
That
I
is
could
a
see
sweet
near a
sundial,
peak on
you're
the
not
other
wrong.
side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
And an
It
ominous
seems
thunderstorm.
there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me. Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him
After
talk.
all,
Hartman
I'm the one
obviously
trying
loved
to
his
bring
own
you
voice.
out of the
His
world
words
you've
echoed
constructed for
madly
yourself.
inside my head.
But I can't
I dug my
do it
nails
by
into the
myself.
palms of my hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery.
It's a little bit
Come along.
concerning
Let's
that
go inside.
every door is locked.
Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
I like how Alan's just like, yeah, real impressed. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Every door we go through gets like snatched back to locked immediately.
Emerson,
Bro, you need a new shoe, dog?
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson,
Okay, sorry. Boo.
that's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on video
Elbow
games.
strike.
It's trash, of course, but it does involve
Get him
some
to the head.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
Hilarious. I like how Remedy is pretty self-referential and self-aware. More locked doors.
Come, Alan, this way. Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Welcome to Cauldron Lake Lodge. We're here to give you the specialized help you need. However, please observe the following. Please ask friends and family to schedule visits beforehand to ensure they don't interfere with your therapy and/or periods of creativity. Also, please respect your fellow patients' need for privacy and personal space, especially when they're engaged by their creative processes. Be patient. Typically, our patients have long-term creative problems, and they won't be solved overnight. Give yourself permission to take the time you need. Bear in mind that you're voluntarily receiving treatment that has been specifically tailored to you. Engagement therapy, DM, and its sister method, the flow, God, that rings so true, work best when you are actively engaged in shaping them. If you have any concerns, please don't hesitate to voice them. Here's the brothers.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
They're playing the Night Springs board game.
Wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers. Odin and Thor. They had a
Oh, that's his hammer.
a heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
Hello,
Yeah, they're the guys from the diner.
I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny.
Yeah!
Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Say, you're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson farm. Valhalla.
He confused us for Thomas Zane.
We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
Ooh, he gave us a manuscript page.
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant, Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He, too, had a way with words.
Schneider, when we were at the police station earlier, so if we imagined everything that happened with Alice, we would have imagined them at the diner. If it's real, they were really at the diner. But there's an answer to it in either scenario, because when we were at the police station, one of the deputies mentioned that the Anderson brothers got in trouble at the diner and were needing a trip back to the lodge.
Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom, you got any booze on you?
Yeah, no.
We have a stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula. Local ingredients. Medicine clears your head right up. Makes you remember like moonbeams on the brain.
Oh, I just noticed. Leather patches on the elbows? That's not very rock and roll.
Tom just lost is all. Baba Yaga got to him too, the damn witch.
She used us all. Taken from all of us. Took my thunder, the witch.
And my ravens. What were they? Memory and thought. The hag.
She took something from you too, didn't she? That's what she does.
We're better off. This place, the lake, it gives you power. If you're a creator, an artist, God.
Nightmare shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake.
Yeah, that's the one. She makes sure it comes out twisted and wrong. Just ask the lamp lady. She knows what happened to that other writer.
She's been using you, boy, and you let her. You went and opened the door for her, didn't you?
Now, it was already open a crack. And whose fault is that? We're morally corrupt, disease-ridden, old and stupid.
Doesn't mean he had to open it all the way, goddammit.
I feel like there was so much truth in that.
Built the farm close to the lake, a place of power.
We had parties there, man. You should go there and have a party.
So they keep talking at length about me going to their farm. So they mentioned Baba Yaga, right? So like the witch, which could easily be the creepy like funeral attired woman that we've seen a couple times. They mentioned the lamp lady. They mentioned having things stolen from them, like my writer's block. Like, I don't know. There was a lot of what they said that has more truth to it than what we just received from Mr. Hartman. All right, we're gonna return to our room, but first let's see what kind of trouble we can get into out here. Hoping to find another thermos or two.
You can't hurt a nightmare because all dreams are only
That guy, man, he is like,
they're only in your
he's
head
going.
and they're not.
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
Okay.
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming. Dr. Hartman likes them. He has them in his office.
Yeah?
He's very proud of me. He says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better.
That is concerning
I guess
imagery.
I better start wrapping this up. The storm is almost here. Look at that. I'd hate to be out there tonight.
Characters to the toasters. Talk all the time and express their feelings.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
So you mean the patient rooms? Seeing as how I'm a patient here, right? I think I could have found it on my own. Thank you, though, Tight Pants Bob and Nerd Ratchet. I appreciate you. I'll tell you what, the building is beautiful. Like, not
wrong.
even
Hartman
slightly.
mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that
I
was
want
the reason for the
to go
generator
here.
and the work light on the balcony.
On writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
Creep City. Those sequences where Alan is like trapped and forced to be writing are so intense feeling. Ah, another thermos. Gotcha.
Hartman wanted me to write. I knew I couldn't, but I figured I should just play along for now. It was the only thing I could do with Nurse Birch watching me like a hawk. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
I mean, it doesn't look like there's a lot of room for patience. This has got to be pretty exclusive.
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I mean, I don't need you to sit here and watch me, right? We're good.
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Where the hell did he get a damn hammer?
I don't know.
Here's a friendly poke from Mjolnir, witch. Oh, afraid of
So
the crazy brothers, are ya?
The sequence that's going on downstairs with the Anderson brothers going crazy, and like getting really aggressive and the nurses needing to calm them down, and then Thor hitting her with his hammer. We wrote that. That's in a manuscript page from episode 3.
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. "Hey, Hartman, where's Al?" Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
So weak now,
That's intense.
are we? Well, things are unraveling fast.
Right, we gotta go
aren't they?
down.
It's my store. I'm taking it.
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. If she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming.
Oh no, that was a real hammer.
From Sinclair.
Seize your destiny.
Oh shit, I thought it was his toy hammer.
Office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
Yo, huge assist from the absolutely metal AF Anderson Bros. I hope she's alright though. Look at this.
The markings on the tape said they were recordings Hartman had made at the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
Now, Mrs. Wake, can you tell me about Alan's problems?
He's more and more out of control all the time. The parties, he's so angry all the time.
Straight up bonked.
He's getting violent.
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me, because at least that lead to a conversation he couldn't just march out of. But no. Alan doesn't really sleep. And the work, well, he's not writing at all. He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake, what would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes, and I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems, always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him, and we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording.
Oh, the phone call we heard when we were in the mine? Interesting. I mean, this checks out in both versions of our current predicament as well, because we know that Alice set things up to kind of intentionally use this trip as a way to try and get us some help.
Hartman wasn't happy. Mott could see it in his eyes. He quickly lowered his own. He had made a mess of it, and he knew it. The shame of failure was hard to bear. He hadn't expected Wake to say he needed more time, and he blurted out 2 days, less than Wake had asked for to show him who was in charge. But that wasn't part of Hartman's plan.
So Mott is the kidnapper, and so the boss he refers to, it sounds like, was Hartman? Yeah, because there's Mott.
The photo on the wall caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge. I knew the man next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along.
Hartman, do you hear me? I'm gonna sue your crazy quack ass to shreds.
That sounds like Barry.
Barry?
Hi, Barry.
Ow! About time!
Barry, man, am I glad to see you. We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that Fed gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's crazy, Al. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here, and I should come pick you up, but when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
What's with the cutout?
I stole it from the diner to piss off Rose after what she did to us. That'll teach her.
Yeah, that's a harsh punishment. Come on, pal, we gotta get going.
Barry is like the secret MVP. All right, so Barry just confirmed that a bunch of stuff did legit happen. So like we did get drugged by Rose. Barry clearly believes us, right? He was saying that when he got attacked by the birds at the cabin. So I'm, you know, obviously Hartman is low on my list of people to believe, even if it's a believable story.
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Okay.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
Okay, well, at least a meal came clean. Alright, the dark presence is back.
The dark presence would be on me.
Ooh.
I had to find a way out.
Alright, time to go. We don't have a flashlight. Let's see. We did pick up another page from that
Hartman
too.
followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach.
So the darkness splotches we don't have protection against. Oh, it's coming towards me. Oh, that's intense as hell. Oh boy. Okay.
I needed light to get the possessed bookshelves out of my way.
We need the generator upstairs to get turned on. Oh man, this is crazy sauce. Wow. All right, so that should shut down all the crazy furniture. Oh boy, or at least some of it. Oh boy. So, yep. I mean, sure. Why not? Flare. I mean, one flare does not make me feel awfully safe. I would love a flashlight, please. Okay, if I could, I mean, I guess the flare? Why can't I use my flare? Oh. I wonder if this is why. Sure is. Got him. All right.
Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front. And he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
Hartman's kind of a creepo. Oh God, what is going on? Okay. Just, yeah, if you could just get the door for me. Yeah, appreciate you. All right, now maybe stop moving. No, I liked the part where you didn't move anymore. Oh boy. All right, well, anyway, bye.
I'm here.
Oh, I'm coming, Barry. But first, I see a thermos. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Barry. I know you really want to get out of here. Plus, he's got a flashlight, which, let me tell you, I will be immediately confiscating that. Commandeering? Yeah, that makes it sound a little bit more official. Where'd we get the gun? Was that just on the desk in Hartman's office? I feel like I just kind of like magicianed that out of nowhere. Sorry, Barry, I'm just really thirsty. They didn't let me have coffee while I was here. Just give me a second. Let me see if I can find some thermoses and manuscripts. Ooh, and batteries. I'll take that. All right.
I found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Of course
Barry,
we are.
I don't have a light. Take this, Al. Oh God! Look at the house, Al! Look out!
Oh my lord. Okay. Oh my sweet goodness. Time for a hedge maze. Oh boy. Oh boy. Didn't even make it to the hedge maze. All right. Thermos we've already got, right? It remembers. It does not. I gotta go get a thermos. Man, I would have been miserable if we'd not actually gotten our thermos. All right. And then the batteries we can grab on our way to the hedge maze. Try and do this a little bit more fluidly this time.
I found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there. Barry, I don't have a light. Take this, Al.
Like, why don't I just climb a fence?
Oh God!
All right.
Look at the house, Al.
They can't stop me now. We've got a flashlight. Oh, that's the thing that breaks. Shoot, I was like, I'll hide behind this. Where are those batteries? Got them.
Oh, jeez, Al. The house looks bad. Let's get out of here.
All right, so that's where we're gonna go. What do we got in the meantime? More batteries and flares. Absolutely, we'll take those. Thank you very much. What else? Nothing else. All right, at least we know we're not, well, at least we're not like the Hartman brand of crazy. We're definitely still a little crazy. Okay. Right, left, do the old hug a wall maneuver. When do we run into Jack Nicholson?
Al, hurry up! I can hear those evil guys moving around.
Who's just got trash in the middle of their hedge maze? Come on, come on. This is supposed to be an elite retreat for troubled artists. don't trust Emil. I mean, okay. I don't think you're gonna get any complaints from me on that one.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-size stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
That sounds as though, again, it's foreshadowing us going to the Anderson brother farm. Which, I'm here for it. The Anderson brothers have been pretty fun. Where are they, though? God, they're gonna creep up on me. I heard you to my right. Dead ends. Oh, boy. Oh. Come on with the tight corners in this. Oh! Nope, 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 nope. I want to be out of the maze, please. That's really my preference. Oh, reload faster, Alan. Come on. Oh boy. I hate all of you. Magic trophy in the middle. Yeah, I would gladly fight he who shall not be named rather than more of the Shadow Bros in a environment where they can like literally jump on top of me. Mazes like this with really restricted vision too, they really bother like my old school check the path you shouldn't be going down because there could be treasure, because like I don't remember which one is which. But we did find a manuscript.
Hartman hurried down the corridor. He had disliked leaving Wake when he was surely at his most susceptible to therapy. But this was not an ordinary storm. Wake had been writing, and he had woken something up in the depths of the lake. Now, it was coming for him. Hartman had naturally prepared for a situation like this. The idiot brothers would keep Wake distracted while Hartman double-checked everything, just to be sure.
Oh, so he intentionally dropped me off with the Andersons so that he could go kind of like set the bait. Where are you? Am I out? Is this it? Oh, thank God. And then Chris never went into the hedge maze again.
You get 2 pills in the morning, and then you'll be nice and calm all day long.
That did not sound nice and calm. I'm gonna be real blunt. Oh, and the birds. God, with the birds. If there's a mod that could delete those bots in chat, that would be awesome. Oh boy. This is a hefty boy. Oh, is this is tight jeans? This is nurse tight pants. Got him. Thank you, Nisha. Appreciate you. Okay, birds, you gotta just stop. Here's a thermos. Thank goodness. Thought we were gonna do all of this without a thermos to show for it. That would have been catastrophic. Another really good way for them to kind of reset my progression here too. They've done a really good job between levels of like finding ways to strip me of resources and have it not seem outlandish. And checking me into the lodge was another really good one. I normally like detest that in a game where they're like, nope, you don't get your toys anymore. But this has been a pretty clever way to do it.